pure. Come on, get it together. And I miss the days now where I was lobby leader because I could fix it right away.
You miss the days where you were a tyrant and the people had no freedom. And Wolf Blitzer would be, if you uttered that name, you would be executed. Are those the days that you wish for, Hex?
I do wish that Wolf Blitzer wouldn't be able to speak to people. Yes, I do think that would be a better state of affairs if Wolf Blitzer was not able to speak. That'd be great. We are entering game. We're going in there right now. I will never, ever get a job with whatever media company owns CNN.
I mean, CNN is a pretty big conglomerate.
It's never going to happen now, is it?
No, probably not. All right, so we are getting LW Red versus Splyce. Oh my god.
Yeah,
well,
tragic.
Moving in the game here, and I'm getting some weird lag. So I'm going with the full fix things on the fly here. Please stop lagging. All right, we've fixed the lag. We're good.
Excellent. My ping is at about 60. We are on the defense looking here. That is going to be what I believe will be Luxury Watch first on the defense. Some interesting stuff coming out if they actually leave spawn with this composition. They're going to run a defensive Pharah, something we've seen a little bit before on this map, but not necessarily the standard play. Starkey will be playing the Zenyatta. Pine, of course, is going to be on McCree. Bohm will be on the Zarya. Awesome guy. You don't have to ask twice. He's going to be on Winston. Arcane will round it out on the Mercy. That's your defense for our Korean squad in Luxury Watch Red.
All right, and taking a look here at the offense setting up here for the side of Splyce. It is going to be Shanda's Ghost here on the Reinhardt, Sickness on Diva, Ninja Nick on Mercy, Clockwork going to be on McCree, Pure on the Zenyatta, and Trugger the final piece here on the Genji. So pretty standard coming out here. They're going to be having Sickness take the high ground, Shane securing the low ground. It's not double dive, but does retain the power of the dive if necessary.
Yeah, I really want to keep eyes on Shane here, too, like, to see what he gets done. His tank play has been phenomenal. We've talked about some of the DPSs going off, but it's always been Shane kind of picking in that last 3 kills if they so need be, and it's something that we actually haven't seen out of Splyce before, is that really strong tank play. So if Shane can continue on this rampage he's been on, Pure takes some damage early, but is going to be able to heal up. They're going to push upstairs.
All right, Shane right now coming right up. Early concussive blast, going to knock it back. Nanohana with the early play. Struggle though gets the back, takes up Biom. It's a good opening here for the side Splyce, but Nano on the Shane, 5v5. There's still the possibility that LW Red could clutch this out as Nano laying in the pressure as Pharah gets the kill on the Mercy. And this is going to set up LW Red for a first point hold.
Yeah, Clockwork does get a pick of his own, takes down Pine, but that is way too late. They had a couple kills really early. That fight was essentially over when that pick happened, though Clockwork does do enough damage on his own to be able to get his ultimate up. That's how strong his first push was. We'll see if they can translate that into something decent here. Pine only at 70%, but they do have a defensive Pharah ultimate up as well.
Not the worst case here for LW Red. It's a good start to open things up. Clockwork does have a Deadeye, although usually Deadeye is one of those things that comes in late in the fight. It isn't the ultimate thing that wins a fight. You need other things to set up, but Clockwork might just open with it nonetheless here. Deadeye is coming out. Gets pushed back a bit by the concussive blast. Gets absolutely nothing from it, and here comes the Justice. Nanohana laying the rockets inside the door. Shane going down once more, and Shane right now has been finding his match in this fair play from Nano, knocking him off, laying Justice at him. He's getting a second crack at this from the res, but everyone getting poked down right now on the Splyce side.
Awesome guy, picks up a couple kills, takes down 2. He does get cleaned up, but that is way too late. Trugger goes down late. Clockwork does take down Arcane, but he's the only one getting kills as he takes down the Pharah Mercy combination. What I will say about the Genji play from Luxury Watch is it is super aggressive. They know, like, we can jump right in, and no, it wasn't the Genji, it was Pharah too. So he's always been running on this really fine line of, like, I will probably die doing this. That barrage was insanely aggressive, got a ton of picks off of it too. Now already back at 65% on his ult.
All right, well, first kill here. Pine able to get on Clockwork, but goes down for it. Here comes Trugger in the back line. Dragon Blade at the ready. One of the last opportunities here for Splyce as he goes in for the cleanup is set up by Shane. It's 3 kills here from the side of Splyce, and Nanohana has been having some good plays here, but he is completely outnumbered right now as Splyce swarms the point and will be taken out. And this should be cap here for Splyce.
Yeah, Awesome Guy tries to come in a little late, but that is definitely way too late to be going in. They will grab this first point too, so they're going to be pushing into a couple ultimates, though Clockwork still with his Deadeye up, but finally able to turn it back around on their offense, grabbing that first point. It looks like the next engagement will probably be hanging out around Bus.
And here's the thing for LW Red, that was a lot of good time bought there. Sure, they would have preferred the full hold, but anytime you can hold that long in point A, you can always consider it a win. The offense is going to have to make up for lost time here, and Nanohana, we'll see if this barrage is going to get decent value. It is going to have trouble against Clockwork here. With Clockwork, #1 priority is fair control, keeping her out of the sky, but if they push in together here with the Transcendence, they have a real chance of stopping Splyce once more. And here comes Awesome Guy leading the way. That's always is the signal for go for LW Red. And Nanohana, though, holding a little bit back, letting Awesome Guy come back. But they're keeping Splyce back right now.
Yeah, they also had their own dive on the right side where they sent the D.Va and the Genji into the right side to try to get some distraction. That did distract Awesome. Clockwork on the cleanup, though, takes down a couple with his Deadeye there. Shayna's Ghost going down early to Pine really hurts them as they try to transcend in, try to clean up the rest of this fight. They do, as Nano and Awesome combined for 2 kills.
That is devastation from Nanohana. The Justice did rain a triple kill for him. Shayna's Ghost charges in the middle of nowhere, gets a rocket following him for good measure, and that is going to hold once more for LW Red. And Hex, if you wanted to go full USA here, it is not looking good because LW Red, it's looking, if they can keep this up, not only are they going to take Numbani, but they're going to be up 2-0 here in the series.
I mean,
Splyce needs to find an extra gear.
Call me a traitor, but I go full, go Farah. That's what I generally root for here. And Nano really stayed back until they realized that Clockwork was out of it. That's something that they're going to do. If Clockwork dies, they will run in on their Farah because there's no answer to it.
Nanohana able to take out Sickness right now, and he's had a gem of a Farah game. I didn't realize that he could play this good of a Farah. I mean, we saw him on Genji pretty much all throughout before this, but his Farah play really bringing it to Splyce. And Splyce, you take a look, they only have about 2 pushes left to try and take second, let alone finishing out the map.
Well, you saw him coming back in there, and that was because Clockwork had gone down. Now Clockwork gets the better at that fight there as he starts it off, taking out Nano out of the sky.
Awesome
That
Guy.
should be nice for them.
Awesome Guy leaps right in. Nanohana able to take out Shane, and now think about the delay we're going to get from Awesome Guy here. A truly awesome win if there ever was one. Leaping to the back, getting a triple cleave. What in the world is this Winston play? So much damage off of Primal Rage ult as Clockwork going to bite the dust in the end. That's ridiculous.
Well, see, when you run a Farah, that is the basis of your composition, right? That is, the moment she dies, you resurrect her. That's exactly what Luxury Watch did. They died. Clockwork took Nano out of the sky. They resurrected, brought him back. 4 kills on that Farah post-resurrection. So an insane Farah running out of Nano here. So there's only 45 seconds left to continue to try to push this card to get it around the bend, but it has been all Luxury for the most part on this second point.
All right, Sugar right now does have a Dragon Blade at the ready. Will this be what Splyce needs? Goes to the backline. Mercy is his target. Pine has fallen, so it's a 65 here. Arcane is dead. There will be no res, and Shrugger now able to unleash in the backline. Gets the double kill. Splyce badly needed that because, Hex, that was really their final crack at this year. They only have 18 seconds left, but now they should be able to get to this checkpoint and extend time. I mean, Luxury Watch is pretty good at delaying, but they're just way too far back right now.
Yeah, not going to happen in this situation at all. Shrugger, Shane, and Clockwork all combining for 6 kills there. Get it to the second point. That is the trio that you really expect Splyce when they're playing well to bust through on that. They are going to have Transcendence too if they choose to continue going forward. Ninja's going to have his ultimate up at the Resurrection as well, but there's going to be an alt fight momentarily. Only a minute and 15 seconds left to finish out this map.
Once more, Splyce is against the wall. Biom, Graviton Surge at the ready, can certainly set up his team. Pine able to take out Sickness early on. 65 here for Luxury Watch. We'll see just how far they go in on here. They're pretty good about judging whether or not they have the advantage, and they're more than content to just push the offense back and know the fact that they have to wait for Sickness to get back into this fight.
Their economics have been great. Like, since the first time we saw them, they do not waste ultimates that they don't have to waste. They are really kind of conservative, almost to a fault sometimes, as you pointed out as well. But I do not believe they will waste anything. Pine takes down Clockwork, takes down his opposing number. Fjord does the same, takes down Starkey. This is a 5v5. Pine comes in, takes down the Mercy as well.
He gets a double kill there. Pine is still in the back line, takes down Shrugger. Rez comes out pretty late here for the defense, but that might be enough as Pine right now, nothing has been on this entire time, is just laying in shot after shot into the Splyce offense, and Splyce on the ropes. 16 seconds remaining here, Hex, and this is looking awfully good for the side of LW. Now, they're still gonna have to do well in their own attack, but anytime the other team doesn't complete, you gotta think you have a bit of an edge.
Yeah, Ninja in no position to try to rise. He tried to get in there, he was flying up, but Nano just completely denied him. The Graviton will come in late to kind of seal it out there. Pretty solid defense there. Starkey showing up there, but there was some amazing kills just from Pine, and I'm starting to really believe Poro. Not that I didn't believe Poro before, but Pine does look like the best DPS in Korea. So Pine and his counterparts in his friend in Nano are allegedly, you know, I don't have many sources on this. I have one, but allegedly the best 2 DPS in Korea, and who am I to argue with it? They have both shown up big time here, Pine especially there. So it really, the question becomes, are the best DPS in Korea going to be able to beat some of the best DPS in North America? It does appear that they've set themselves up to do so.
Pine right now, and what he's been doing here today, I mean, throw regions out of it, I would say he's definitely put on a show worthy of being a top 10 McCree world too. Yeah. And what's going on. I mean, you can argue semantics and go, well, gee, maybe we've seen better stuff out of time at some point. It's awfully close. Pine has been absolutely just a beast today. Nano, I feel like, has been doing pretty good. I'm not sure I'd quite put his Genji on like the Shadowburn level or his Pharah on the Tailspin level, but he has been remarkably solid. Very, very strong here today. And again, bear in mind that when it came to mechanics and all the rest, the Asia scene in general was working from behind because FPS games of the type that Overwatch is were less popular in that region to begin with. But we've seen here, looking at even just Luxury Watch as an example, that their level of play has increased radically as time has gone on. And again, this is where they're at now. Who knows where they're going to be in 6 months' time?
Yeah, everything is up for grabs as far as how good they are. I don't know. I really think Nano, it behooves him that he plays both of them very well, right? So, like, sometimes someone's a really good Genji, not a good Pharah. Sometimes someone's a really good Pharah, not a good Genji. Of course, Shore4 stands out that he could run both of them very well. But the fact that he has the versatility to run both of them so well and then just be able to kind of help Pine out there. You always need 2 DPS. If you only have one, that one is going to get focused and is going to be in trouble. Here comes the initiation. It comes right up the stairs.
It's starting right now. Cygnus able to take out Awesome Guy early on in this fight. Splyce at least holding ground, but they're getting poked down pretty heavily. Nanohana able to take out Shrugger, moving around, has Mercy in his sights, but Clockwork, will he be the rock? Has the 76 here on the top. We used to see 76 in this spot all the time, and it can be hard to go in onto. I imagine that Clockwork is going to be getting an up-close and personal taste of Awesome Guy here in just a moment.
This map and Gibraltar are the best maps for 76. You just have that inherent distance where you're always going to be able to really poke down anyone who's trying to come in on you early, but Awesome Guy does have him in his sight. He does a leap in kind of on the left side trying to take down this Genji, but he is taken down by the Genji in turn as Shrugger takes down Awesome.
Awesome Guy perhaps not so awesome in that setup. They are down his contribution to start things off, and Shrugger right now, Dragon Blade at the ready, not going to need it, just dash resets to and fro. Sets up Clockwork for those kills, and Splyce coming in pretty strong here as Clockwork picks up another. His 76 definitely the X factor in this game here thus far.
His 76 has always been phenomenal. Despite like what patches go up and down, whenever he can run 76, it has been good for his team to do so. His Hollywood defense, especially Kings Road defense, he's one of the few people who will still run it on Kings Road defense, run that Soldier 76, just because his tracking is that good. If you're hitting all headshots, then it is the highest value hero you can run.
All right, Clockwork, though, is under assault. Awesome Guy going after the problem. Sends him on a ride, and while that's going on, Nanohana, Dragon Blade is unleashed, but is taken out in the end. Clockwork and Shrugger turning the tables immediately. The Tac Visor gives him a triple kill, and Clockwork turns it right on. Awesome Guy can't even stand the sight of things, goes to visit the lower levels of Numbani.
Clockwork and Shrugger. Are we on Viaduct? Is this TF2? What year is this? They both go absolutely off, combined for 5 kills, completely decimate that push coming in. However, the next push coming in should be pretty decent. Sound Barrier, you've got Transcendence, you've got both tank ultimates up too. They have everything to work with. Starkey targets it off, takes out Pyrrhus.
Graviton comes in, pulls in 4 people to start things out here. The counter Transcendence is going to keep them nice and alive here. They do have Sound Barrier at the ready. Arcane is going to have to drop this sooner rather than later. LW in some trouble. In comes the Sound Barrier. They pick up 2 kills, and now here comes Pine, looking for the cleanup. Fully protected on multiple levels. Has Clockwork in his sights, and Clockwork actually going to go for a long ride as Awesome Guy takes him out of the fight, literally.
Yeah, so they're going to grab this point, some really nice forward aggression as well, as Pine is looking to get a couple kills, but he is discorded. He knows that as McCree, you don't have your kind of self-sustain to be able to just keep on the poke once you're discorded, so he's going to bail out of there, but a nice first push there. 3:22 left in their time bank.
And you take a look here at the defense coming from Splyce. Shrugger can buy his team an extra minute here with a good Dragon Blade play. He's just waiting for his opportunity. In comes Awesome Guy, but here goes Shrugger. Backline exposed. Takes out Zen with 1 swipe. Doesn't like where he's at, though. Finds himself off an island. Awesome Guy going to leap right back onto him. Takes him out. 4 kills here for the side of Luxury Watch. And here comes Attack Visor late from Clockwork, but this might be asking too much.
Yeah, it is late. There's not going to be a resurrection here either, so it is going to be 3, maybe 4 on the defense, but they are bringing it back. A couple nice kills from Clockwork as he takes out Arcane. They're pushing them back around the bend. They're going to be able to hold here.
They will be able to hold, and interesting stuff coming out. Beyond, though, does have Earth Shatter at the ready. Is going to be moving forward. One ult versus the world. Not a whole lot up here. And Biom, I think he knows he has the advantage. Drops the Earth Shatter. Knocks down 2. Is Biom opening the path right now? Might be a case. Is Awesome Guy right now going into backline off of that distraction. Nanohana is in and around. Has Death Blossom at the ready. Could drop this Q at a moment's notice. For now, just laying in the left clicks. Pine and Awesome Guy coming in. And this is going to be a 1 fight in all likelihood for the side of Luxury Watch.
They just failed right past the payload and decided we're going to pick a fight and it's going to be on our terms. They absolutely did. Some nice tank ultimates come out there. Pine does get taken out late. They are not going to be in position to stop this cart from getting to the second point, so that is going to be a move forward of the spawn points. 3:22 to finish out this map, and yeah, that yellow box of victory is not too far. It is only around the next bend.
This is rough here for Splyce. Splyce has to dig deep. They're going to need Sickness and get a big Graviton, but here comes Nanohana in over the top. Death Blossom has ready, takes out 1, sets up Pine for the extra kill. 3 kills here from Luxury Watch, but the res is out. It is not over yet. Here comes Shrugger. No, the Earth Shatter from Biom stops a Death Blossom in its tracks. It cannot bloom, and Luxury Watch, they get all the kills they need. And Hex, we are going to be going to the next map at Luxury Watch, 1 map away from winning it all.
That was an insane Earth Shatter. Someone that we have not called his name very much tonight. That is Boom, Bohem, whatever you want to call him. That is a really nice hold to be able to do that against a resurrection there as it comes in, and he just drops everyone down behind it. As you mentioned, 1 map away from Luxury Watch winning the GosuGamers North America Weekly number 18 from Korea with their 200 ping.
I remember a time where it was only IDD QD coming in from Europe stealing our North American Cups, and then they became North American, so we're totally okay with it. But now, LW Red looking strong, looking to claim a North American Weekly for Korea. And Hex, I gotta say, unless Splyce finds an extra gear, digs deep for that extra level, I feel like LW Red is going to do this. Whether it be next map or the map after that, they have 2 mulligans right now at the very least, so everything kind of looking good for them at the moment.
The tragic part is that we don't get to see all these teams play again tomorrow, because now I really think Splyce is playing amazing. They're playing better than I remember them playing. They're playing at the top of their game. Their DPSs are phenomenal. Shane has had a wonderful game. Pure also showing up as well. So, I mean, everyone. I could go down the list of the players who are showing up for Splyce that I did not expect to show me the games that they have had today. And then, of course, you get Clockwork here. Yeah, but they are running into the unknown titan, the silent storm that is Luxury Watch. I fully expect Luxury to end up winning this set, but man, Splyce should be opening a lot of eyes right now. As far as mid-tiers go, are they top mid-tier? Is that fair to say?
They're definitely towards the higher end. By the way, you mentioned the silent storm. It's actually an active storm where I am right now. There's thunder in the background. I have no idea if it's coming out over stream, but it'd be just my luck that Luxury Watch is about to win and then my power goes out. I swear it's not me rage quitting the stream because America lost. Just so you guys know, I'm indemnifying myself now. It is actually just storming out here. Sad
Well,
but true.
I have a couple hours until that hits me. Maybe I'll be in bed by then, hopefully. We do still have this last game to go. It is going to be Splyce's pick for the map, so we'll see where they want to take us. It is up to them, and that will be, of course, Luxury Watch's choice after that. But it is 2-0 Luxury Watch as they come into this with a 1-game advantage, having not lost at all in the upper bracket. They will take home the grand prize should they win this tournament. And if you want to contribute to that grand prize, !Matcherino. I will just hook you up very briefly with all of our coupon codes. Matcherino, the coupon code is GGNA18. For Ting, gg.ting.com will save you 25 bucks. And for OW Kings, just coupon code GOSU. So all the stuff that I've been talking about tonight, if you've looked at it, those are the coupon codes. Go hit them up. Thank you to our sponsors.
Alrighty, so we are just waiting here to see what the next map will be. It is going to be Dorado. And we'll see just what side they're going to go on here. But I feel like from what we saw before, Luxury Watch might choose to defend first because their defense on Dorado, that was scary. That was terrifying. Yeah. Splyce is going to have to find a way of dealing with that triple tank, triple support. And they want to defend. So that is exactly what they're going with here.
Their defense at Dorado was just insane because no one had an answer to just the kind of peekaboo Ana that was running out. Ana was running down center, always getting those shots off right down of the bridge there too, and just getting so much damage in. And then they were always having to push into an Ana ult. So I guess if you watch that match earlier as Splyce, then you have to feel like, well, we have to figure out an answer to Ana. Is Clockwork that answer? It might possibly be to punish all those peekaboos kind of that she was pulling off.
We'll have to see, although for those who didn't see the first round here that featured LW Red on Dorado, what do you have to look forward to? You have to look forward to Empowered Monkeys. Nano boosted Winston in the back. Awesome Guy has shown us a brand new level of Winston player today. He has been a joy to watch. But you know what's scary? When you take a Winston player that's that good and throw Nano Boost on him, where he just gets the back line, assassinates one person for free, makes so much space. We'll see if Splyce has the answer for this, but I really do hope they at least run a Reaper here, because I feel like against this Winston play, teams have not been running Reaper nearly as much as they should. Where, again, it's not... People overestimate how much things are hard counters or all the rest, but Reaper against Winston certainly helps.
I do feel at some point you have to let Awesome Guy not get out, right? Because he's been trying to initiate, then he's just been bailing with like 50 and 100 health, and no one has been able to deal with him. You mentioned a Roadhog earlier, too. I think Reaper would be a good sign to just chunk him down early, but... At some point, you have to punish that Winston for coming in and the way he's coming in, and no one has done it so far. So someone has to run that, and I remain to just be baffled on how do you counter Ana's ults on tanks. Very few teams have found answers to that counter, because when you put that Nana boost on someone who already has 500, 600 health, they're hard to kill unless you have your own sleep dart, your own flashbang kind of slows them down. But that Nana boosted tank has been wrecking teams lately.
It's been brutal, and Luxury Watch have been taking full advantage. They asked for 2 minutes here, but when they are ready, we will be good to go here in just a moment. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Going into this, I'm not sure Splyce has what it takes to get through this. I mean, certainly they have to be thinking about a counter since the last time, but it looks so dominant coming out from LW that I don't know. I mean, if Splyce is able to get through and capture point A, I feel like they will have gotten past a huge impediment. And what does Pure say here? Losing Beauty Rest. It's not even that late. It's even if you're on the East Coast here, it's 11 o'clock. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow's a holiday, though, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's a holiday. Exactly.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, I guess what we've learned here is that Pure is on a very strict sleep schedule. Gets to bed before midnight.
When you're as pretty as Pure, you have to maintain your beauty rest. That is absolutely a fact. Is there a decent counter to a Nana-boosted tank rather than just your own Ana and hoping for 5 seconds of sleep? Is there another counter that I'm overlooking?
Positioning-wise, I feel like Reinhardt's coming in are relatively predictable. I mean, sometimes it happens in the case where you can't get out of it, but a lot of teams telegraph the Reinhardt coming in pretty heavily. Yeah. Winston, not so much. I mean, Winston coming in on you, all you can do is actually just kill him. There's not a whole lot. He has the mobility to leap on who he wants to leap on, and he gets a speed boost on top of it. There's not great counters to a nano-boosted Winston. Usually, if he's going to have that and dive on a backline support, they're probably going to die in a lot of cases. It's just... it's a lot of health, speed, and damage to actually deal with. Reinhardt, though, I actually feel like you can deal with it pretty well, especially given the teams. You know when it's going to happen a lot of time.
Yeah, so the counter essentially is run away. I mean, just run away from
and
both
just
of them.
good spacing from the Reinhardt and get ready to use mobility at the same time.
Yeah, I think Winston would be a little harder to deal with, as you mentioned, because he does have that mobility that he can jump back on you, and a glowing blue monkey is really brutal to try to deal with. So,
no, it's actually worse. Remember that we only see it blue from our perspective. They see a glowing red monkey.
Oh, that sounds awful. That sounds terrifying. Yeah, just flashbacks of Congo from Michael Crichton. Amy, good gorilla, not so much Winston. You've seen that movie, I know.
I remember that movie just because like I was still a kid when it came out. I remember it being, oh, it's an R-rated movie. I don't know if I could see this. Concerns of like a 14-year-old or whatever it was at the time. There's
no better movie than when your protagonists end the movie by taking a hot air balloon away. That's exactly how you want to have
Wow, spoilers! Holy crap!
And no one's spoiling anything. That movie's awful.
Dude, it was on someone's backlog for 16 years and you just ruined it.
I like Michael Crichton. I think he's a decent author. I don't think the movies they made out of his stuff is halfway decent. Congo is one of my favorite guilty pleasures. I watch Congo every time it's on TV. Tim Roth.
How often is that? Like once every 5 years?
I don't even pay for TV anymore. I have no idea. But
what is that statement even? Oh,
Tim Roth is in it. He's Herkimer Hermoka. Oh, it's a great movie. You should totally watch Congo, but only watch it once. It is like a total TBS movie.
Only watch it once. You just said you watched it like every time you could see it.
Every time it's on, yeah.
Get your story straight. Holy crap!
Every time it's on, I watch it. You know exactly what I mean. Like whenever Con Air's on a Sunday, you'll tune in, you'll watch it. You're not thrilled.
Dude, I've watched way too many lazy Sunday movies. It is true. Like movies that you wouldn't expect to see. Like the Lampoon series that somehow continues shows up.
Sure.
You know what hasn't been on TV in a while? The Ernest movies.
Oh yeah, Ernest goes to.
Does anyone remember Ernest? They were children of the '90s. Let's go.
Bill Varney, right? That's his name.
Yeah. I think he died. Unfortunately, it's sad.
Way to bring it down.
Yeah, I was gonna say. By the way, I think Ernest is dead. Ernest goes to heaven.
We're on Dorado right now. There is so wow. We're on Dorado right now. What do you see from the defense? Wow, that got really dark really quick.
It really did. I was looking at the defense coming out from this LW Red squad. It's gonna be Arcade on the Lucio, Awesome Guy Winston, Starkey on Zenyatta, Bia on the Reinhardt, Pine on Zarya, and Nanohana on the Ana. So I mean, fitting name, and we'll see if Splyce has figured out an answer.
All right, so this offense trying to just gut it out. They have to win this map to stay in the tournament. It is all in Luxury Watch's favor at the moment. Ninja Nick will be playing the Lucio, Shayna's Ghost on the Winston. Sickness will play Zarya. Clockwork on the Reaper. Shrugger is going to play his Genji, and Pure for the moments on this Diva too. So a triple tank composition coming out, trying to make some space on Dorado.
Alrighty, so LW Red holding back, and for those who didn't see it last time, how they played this triple tank, triple support was great. We've seen triple tanks, triple support from other teams like NIP, but it runs a Roadhog instead of Winston. But Winston seems pretty darn good with it, and right now both teams are trying out pokes. Splyce dealing with it okay here so far, and I like the addition of Diva, as Diva can shred Winston pretty heavily.
It looks like there's just going to be some poke down through the point, not the huge aggression that we saw out of Luxury Watch early. The big jump in comes from Shane, and Shrugger and Pure cleaned it up. It is a 6v4 right now.
The Diva might just be the answer. It's a 3-quick strike from the side of Splyce. They're going for it even more. Shrugger on the assault, and Nano Boost comes in pretty late here from Beyond, but this might be mission impossible. He's way outgunned there, gets melted down, and Diva perhaps was the answer all along here, Hex.
Yeah, Pure has just done a ton of work on his Diva. Sickness does chime in, gets a kill onto that Ana really late, but just unopposed absolutely through that first point. There has been no answer. We'll see if they switch anything up. Nano does come off of that Ana. He's going to be on Genji. Nope, let me rescind that. He is going to be on McCree instead.
All right, so If there was a puzzle to be cracked here about the LW Red defense, they were able to get through it. Not scared at all of the triple tank, triple support. Nanohana now on the McCree, so it is a switch up here. And here comes the Sound Bear from the offense. The offense looking to pile on with their ultimate advantage. Shrugger on the top. Dragon Blade already takes out Nano. The bomb from Pure. Fireworks taking out Pine. And Splyce looking reinvigorated. They are not distressed at all by this LW Red defense, and again, maybe D.Va was the answer as Shrugger gets the dash resets and rolls it right forward.
They have not let this Luxury Watch defense retreat at all, which has been a staple of how they played. Nano does come in, takes out Shrugger there, but they are chasing really hard. They don't want to let them retreat and reset up because they know they're never going to be facing a 4 squad coming in. It's always going to be the 6 team from this Luxury Watch. Here comes a Graviton in.
Graviton comes in from Sickness, pulls in 3. The follow-up, though, is not there, and he runs into Pine in a dark alley, and that's what no one wants to happen is Pine now. Going around the flank, has not been seen just yet. Looking for more. The Reaper, pretty good option here to deal with some of what they've been running as he elbows Shrugger right in the face.
And that's exactly what we saw out of this team very early in the tournament. They're going to wait for Pure. They're going to stagger this as much as possible. That's a desuited D.Va that they're just going to wait. Pure,
no!
Pure makes a beeline to the
What
cliff.
was that?
Pure,
that was rude.
Well, honorable
The boop at the very end. She was jumping off anyways, but Lucio just wanted to have the extra emphasis of get out.
But it is the strength of this team that we saw before that they did not roll in 4 or 5. They had them both up, but they waited. They gave up the enough ground that you have to do on Dorado, which so many teams fail to do. Now they bring in that 6. They were able to hold that on the defense. Offense initiating Sickness boops them off the top, so they're going to try to start this fight.
They're trying out. Pine, though, able to get on the Clockwork in the beginning. Gets rid of the problem. Pine still full HP. About to have Death Blossom. Sound Bear, I don't agree with that at all. That was a ill-advised Sound Bear coming out here from Splyce. They're not going to get much off of this, and Pine might not even deem them worthy of a Death Blossom here as he just lays in the damage from Reaper.
Extremely back and forth, but Awesome Guy went in so deep. The tanks are so deep here. Both Reinhardt and Winston combined for a couple kills. Clockwork does take out Boom, but it is way too late as Pine ends up answering Clockwork as well. Awesome Guy, of course, he's got 2 kills in the kill feed. He doesn't do just kind of this single thing. It's always 2 kills from Awesome Guy. A nice hold there from Luxury Watch.
Luxury Watch really turning it around. They're still going to have to hold here for about another 4 pushes. They're hardly out of the fire yet, but they have restabilized and bought themselves time. And Pine is holding on to his Death Blossom. There's no... Well, there is a Transcendence coming out, so the Transcendence might just trade off with Death Blossom, but it's scary because if the Transcendence isn't immediately there, Death Blossom will get nothing done. So it's going to be a showdown here between Pine and Pure, and we'll see who can come out on top, Ultimate versus Ultimate.
Yeah, Clockwork also with his ultimate ready too. I actually want to see what Shane can get done here with his ultimate. Pine taking on Clockwork immediately. Shane answers though.
Shane off the top rope just destroyed Arcane with that charge. That was brutal. That was wrestling grade action from Shane as Ghost. They have not won this fight here just yet, even though they did get some early picks. Shrugger, Dragon Blade, lane to the fight, looking to turn it back. Gonna be running in. Transcendent supporting him, has 1 kill. Pushes Pine back, but here comes Luxury Watch again. They back out, and they know when a fight is over and when they can back out and regroup again for more stalls. Arcane moving in, breaks it down. Pine now on the way, speed boost in, takes out Clockwork, laying in the damage. A double kill once more for Pine.
I cannot say it enough. And another team, Pine would have been in there trying to stall that out earlier. He would have been dead and that would have been nothing. But they waited. They have the discipline to bring Pine back on his Reaper. He's around the corner, comes around, speed boosted, Soundbird, gets 2 kills really quick. Their second DPS also gets another kill too. So the discipline of this team is unparalleled so far. Shrugger is going to have to switch up. He's going to come up on the Pharah to see if they can crack this through. Only a minute left to get to second point.
This is effectively the last gasp here for Splyce. They really need this to happen, but Pine holding back here does have Death Blossom at the ready. There will be no Transcendence ruin his day, and he gets right to the back, picks up 2 kills, and Ninja Nick is gonna have to res here in a hurry. 4 teammates down, 4 teammates up. That's probably play of the game because play of the game things. But here comes Biom. Earthshatter out the way, knocks down 2. It is still a fight that LW can win. Awesome Guy though in the back line onto Ninja Nick, and he's just cleaning up the remnants, Hex.
Yeah, really nice transcend there to keep everyone alive. Shrugger is still optimistic here. He is discorded on the card. It is him and Sickness hanging out there. There goes Shrugger. Shrugger goes down. I imagine Sickness is going to be following momentarily. They have no presence on this card. Only 10 seconds left to try to get this second point, or it's going to be Luxury Watch holding here on Dorado.
All right, so 2 seconds left. I don't think they're going to be able to trigger overtime here. It's going to be awfully close, but nope, Sickness does get in at the very end. Sneaky Diva is sneaky, rolled right underneath the bridge, but will it be enough? Nanohana able to take out Clockwork right away. A big gun is down. There will be no 4K heroics from Clockwork here, but Ninja Nick, I take that back. The res is up. He was able to get it up.
Nice res.
Clockwork goes down just as soon as he comes back up, though, as Nanohana, being the beast right now, has 2 kills. Pine with this fall through, and this will, in fact, be a hold before second by LW Red and Hex. They now have a clear victory condition to win it all.
And Nano shows us just yet again that he can play even a third hero reasonably well, which is what you want out of your second DPS too. That Tracer played towards the end absolutely on the cleanup, and as you mentioned, a very clear path to victory here. Yellow box of victory on the ground for Dorado. If Luxury Watch is able to get it there, that's it. They win. That's their tournament. That is the Korean overlords coming to North America and taking it away from us with their 200 ping.
I will say this, we'd say 200 ping a lot, and the chat, of course, is going to flame me saying, LOL, making excuses, etc. It's more, at least if Monte Cristo's believe, last time I pubbed with them, is more like 140 to 160 ping. It's not great. Yeah. It's a disadvantage to be sure, but it's not over that 200 ping threshold as far as I'm aware.
They say like 160 when they was asked in chat. That's what they said. And also in Overwatch, it's not as big a deal as it is in other games. So
well, it depends. If you're over the 200 ping number, it's a huge deal. Being over 200 ping sucks because then you get non-regs and all the rest. But if you're under 200 ping, cross-continental play totally viable. So
yeah, you can totally do it. But still, I mean, yeah, I don't like playing over 60 ping, to be honest. I don't like it.
Exactly.
I can feel it, and I don't like playing over it. So they are playing over that threshold at the very least. So if they got through here, I'm still really impressed with the Splyce team, no matter what happens. I like how they're playing right now. I like how their DPS specifically are playing. And I like how Shane and Ghost has been playing on his tank as well. But this could be the last side of the map. It is Luxury Watch versus Splyce. They only have to get to that yellow box of victory. Do you see anything interesting on either side, ZQ?
Well, take a look here at the offense. Awesome guy, gonna show us how awesome he can be on something other than... No, never mind. Never mind! He was showing Roadhog. Of course, he's just going to Winston, so my dream is dead. Let's take a look at Clockwork and see if we get some Hanzo arrows.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. So Clockwork and Shrugger and Sickness on the kind of DPS here, as Sickness is going to take up that Roadhog. We'll see if he can really just kind of shut down the stairs. Nano with a really nice initiation, helped out by his friend Zarya. That's a beautiful thing to be able to do. He gets hooked, though. That is a first pick from Sickness.
Sickness showing the power of Roadhog here on the defense. Going to be looking for a little bit more, laying in the arrows over the top. But the problem is, of course, the offense can reset a little bit earlier here. It wasn't, the offensive spawn is right there, so that advantage, whatever it might be, will be going away here in just a moment, and LW gonna have a lot of ways of going in this point. But you look at offenses here in general, they do take their time. As Clockwork able to get another pickoff here. This has been a very Hanzo-friendly defense thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane is going to keep on his mantle on the front. Another really nice hook comes in. Clockwork gets the credit in the kill feed, but that was the hook that brought him in. Clockwork was just the one to nail the arrow to finish it off. And Nano in no man's land right now. He jumps in. He's going to have to wraith out. He does get out, but that was an interesting try to initiation. Clockwork continues to clean up. Takes down Pine.
Clockwork turning this into the Hanzo show right now. Simple geometry. Class is in session. He's gonna have a dragon up for the next fight, and for now they're keeping LW back, and I gotta say, one of the best opportunities for Splyce to win this game is just stopping them here on point A.
Yeah, they're going to have a res. They're going to have Dragon Blade, too. I mean, rather, the Dragon Arrow, as it were. So they're going to be trying to push in. Here comes the Transcendence offensively. Here comes the Dragon to try to deal with it. Not enough as Nano takes down Shane, but here comes some switches back and forth. It is about 3v4 right now. It's brawly down there.
Oh, the res comes out at the very end. That's going to bring everyone back up. And even Ninja Nick able to give the slip there, the Nanohana, keeping his team alive. But also, guy coming in late to the fight, does have Primal Rage up the ready. Roadhog, though, keeping him in check, and I like the Roadhog pick here. I mean, may they have picked it anyways, but I do think if you're going up against LW Red, playing a Roadhog to make Awesome Guy's life terrible is a really good strategy, because not only does Roadhog do really good damage to Winston, and it's a good matchup for him in general, the hook stops shenanigans like stalling out, and in fact, Awesome Guy, I think he realizes that, he's on to D.Va.
Yeah, we've talked about getting a Roadhog or a Reaper in here too, and it does not hurt that Sickness has hit every single one of his hooks so far. Shrugger also chiming in on the Reaper too, takes down his opposing number, takes down the Zarya, so the compositional changes have been great. I also love that they're running Clockwork on this Hanzo. He's going to soften everyone up to come in and make them think twice before they come in, and when they do, you have your Roadhog, you have your Reaper, and it's completely shut down Awesome Guy.
All right, so Clockwork right now looking for the magic once more. Here comes LW Red. Another opportunity out the way, but this might be their last opportunity. They're running out of time. The Vortex is in. Nanohana to the backline. Death Blossom takes out 2. The 4-kill is real, and Ninja Nick, one of the casualties. There will be no resurrection here, X.
So rarely do you see a good Death Blossom nowadays. It's just the ult that teams have figured out how to play around. But if you do Sound Barrier and you give Reaper that buffer that he needs to get in there, and you have someone like Nano on that Reaper, you're going to be able to get value. They end up taking down 3 there. Clockwork continues to chime in, takes down Pine. It has been Clockwork on this Hanzo just trying to shut down the opposing DPS. Not always enough, but that shows up yet again. They still have the res, they still have the Dragon from Clockwork.
Dragon is available here from Clockwork. No Zarya ult to comboed into, but oftentimes you can still catch teams unaware as they move into a tight choke. And for Splyce, this is a do or die situation. If they're not able to hold, that is it. Their tournament life is over. Dragon Strike is in, going to envelop the payload, and that's going to lead the way. The defense leaping right in. Sickness into the back line. No kills from this just yet, though, as Pine able to get to that back. Dragon Blade at the ready. We haven't seen Pine on Genji too often here today, but he takes out Hanzo in a Shimada brother battle, but here comes Splyce. They're still finding out. Shrugger still alive, fighting versus Starkey, able to take him out, and the turnabout for Splyce might be real.
Super patient Transcend coming out from Splyce there, as they had to fight into a Transcend kind of ultimate of their own as they were getting a ton of work done. But as I mentioned, just really nice from Pure to wait that out and then flip it back in. It is going to be still pretty brawly as reinforcements are going to come in. These fights are happening all over the map everywhere. There are 4 on the card, and it looks like there's going to be 3 trying to oppose.
Trigger right now has Death Blossom at the race. Sound Bear, though, coming in from the offense. LW Red, they think they smell blood. Pine with the ult takes out Clockwork in the back. Nanohana onto Ninja Nick, and it's a double, now triple kill for Nanohana. Make it a quad. He opens the path, and will this be it for LW Red? They are on the way to winning this North American Weekly, and Hex, they have done it. They are your NA Weekly champions. Korea has arrived.
And they didn't lose a map today. They went undefeated through the winners bracket, all the way through the top. They beat their sister team in LW Blue. They beat the Splyce team twice, who we've mentioned are kind of the gatekeepers of the North American scene. They have made a name for themselves. They look great. I love how they played, all the style they played. I still actually really like the Splyce team, but it is a luxury watch holding the day. And as I mentioned, didn't lose a map. Did not lose a single map today. That's how good they were.
So for those wondering, by the way, so the weird stuff, it wasn't even alt tabbing for that. It was just literally video card is apparently one of the last things to die here. I badly need the reboot. It's been a long tournament, but it has been a good tournament here, Hex, where honestly, LW Red comes out in force, able to bring things back in. I mean, really, they were never really down most of the day. I guess they came close against Team Soul Mid on Hollywood, but even then, it was the site of a ridiculous comeback. So huge shouts to them, and huge shouts to Korean teams in general, because they have been playing in these tournaments here, Hex, for quite a while. They've been showing us their stuff.
Well, you know, I always give big respect to, like, any team that just always shows up, right? So, like, any team, like, lower tier, whatever, like, this is a team that they always play. So I always have a big respect for teams that, regardless of region or tournaments or anything, that they show up and they always play. And these Korean teams definitely have. I really love Splyce, that how well they've been playing, too. But you could not overlook just kind of, I think you and I are even a little bit stunned of just how they play it, this luxury watch team. We always like seeing something a little bit different. It did feel very different watching these Korean teams. They have a style, they have a meta. Super interesting to watch. I love how Splyce played today too, but it was Luxury Watch's day. Did not drop a map all the way through the upper bracket today. Winners of our GosuGamers North America Weekly number 18. They're going to take home the bulk of the prize pool. Thank you everyone for donating on that too. And I cannot wait to just continue to watch these Korean teams. I actually just really, that's the thing I said before. I want to see Splyce and Luxury play tomorrow. I want to see more, but unfortunately, we're not going to be having a tournament tomorrow. There
is, well, we are going to be covering the Lenovo Cup tomorrow. So there's going to be that EU competition.
Sure.
So there is Overwatch tomorrow. Check it out here. We'll be early in the morning. More EU competition coming your way. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a great show here today. LW Red coming in strong. A good show from the NA midcard. And Hex, you have any final words, Salads? Anything to say before sign off here for the night and before my PC breathes its last?
I'll try to be quick. I love ZP. I love Uber. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, do that at Hexagrams, and do so for sure, actually, for ZP and Uber as well. We will be back next week for certain. Thank you all for tuning in.
All right, for me, you can follow me Twitter at TempoZP. Follow Uber Shouts at Uber Shouts. Follow Hex at Hexagrams. Following your favorite cast is one of the best ways of showing support. Shout out once more to Uber for a great cast here today. Shout out to you guys for joining in. Gosu for holding these tournaments. It was a great one, and we'll see you guys next week for another round of weeklies.